Ladies and gentlemen, what's up and what's going down? How y'all doing today? It's the Dizzy One here, bringing you my first ever 2K18 NBA 2K18 Legends Fantasy Draft. I'm so excited, so hyped. Without further ado, let's just get straight into the video. As I've already said, guys, I'm really hyped right now. I'm just mashing buttons, trying to get to where we need to go. We won't be doing my GM because you can't use the custom roster there, but we will be doing my league. And before you click anything here, make sure you hit that triangle to use a custom roster. I'll be using my own that I've created. It does have some errors, even though it's not necessarily my fault. It's kind of 2K's fault in this department, which I think they can be able to fix down the line. But go into a custom league, and then before we do anything, go into that setup options, and that's pretty much all we need to do. My own custom preset for you guys that will be available is the Dizzy One's MLP, which stands for My League Presets. Go ahead and do that if you want to follow along exactly the same. Some of the things that are kind of unique to this one is the simulated quarter length will be 6 minutes. It's serpentine. We won't allow duplicates. We only keep the best. The salary cap is off. The hard cap is off because that screws up everything down the line. We got trade frequency really high up there. You guys can change these if you want, if you kind of are using the same thing. Injuries are really low because a lot of good players get injured way too often and you don't get to see them play a lot. So with that being said, I've already picked out a team, but normally I do this randomly. So the reason why I'm doing this is because I saw a really cool logo design on the internet a while back ago, and I want to use that for the thumbnail. So go check out the thumbnails for this series. I think it's really epic and really amazing. But we are going to be none other than the Chicago Bulls, which is going to be incredible. Now with that out of the way and this screen out of the way, it might be a good time to mention that I am a little sick. My throat's a little off today, but we gotta get these videos out. It's probably the worst time to be sick. So yeah, I don't know where we're selecting, guys. And for some reason, some of the players aren't 19 or 18 years old. I thought I did that, but for some reason it didn't let me. And oh my goodness, look at this, guys. Tim Duncan and Michael Jordan aren't 19, and we can fix that later on. Don't worry about that. But I think it's meant to be where the Chicago Bulls. I've never used Michael Jordan, so let's go ahead and use MJ and build a team around arguably the greatest player of all time. I'm excited. I'm happy, guys. Like, I did not expect this. Maybe it worked out to our favor that he's 33 years old, but I couldn't control it. I didn't want to have to start making my own roster all over again, so let's just go ahead and pick Michael Jordan and fix that after the draft. Michael Jordan is going to be our selection, and I chose him because he's a two-way player, really good on offense, really good on defense. The pick explains itself, so that's pretty much why I chose Michael Jordan. Simple as that, baby. You either like it or you don't. So now we're on the clock again, and I don't know who I'm going to be selecting, but hopefully there's still good players, and Kawhi Leonard's right there. But then again, Anthony Davis is available as well. There's a lot of players that I want, but having Kawhi on my team, that would be incredible. Like Jordan, one of the greatest, if not the greatest, shooting guard ever. And then Kawhi Leonard, an offensive threat and arguably one of the best defenders at that small forward position. Two lockdown defenders, that could be really good for us. Anthony Davis, though, I'm really leaning towards Kawhi Leonard just because of his versatility. I know Anthony Davis is versatile and everything like that, but there's Russell Westbrook. But I don't really want Russell Westbrook's game on the team. I know he gets triple doubles and all that, but will he really? Because I mean, it's a no for me. I'm sorry, Russ. I gotta go with Kawhi Leonard, and the reason why I did that is because you need defenders on this squad, and defenders really make a difference, and having two of the best defenders of all time, that is going to help us a lot, and they are great offensive threats as well. They're not one-dimensional. We're on the clock again, and honestly, I don't know who to pick right here. I really wanted to go with like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he doesn't fit our squad. We couldn't do like a small ball type thing with Giannis at the 2, Jordan at the 3, and Leonard at the 4, but Kawhi's going to struggle with those power forwards, so I don't think it's going to be a good decision for us. he can handle a lot of the power forwards in today's game, but power forwards back then like Karl Malone and people like Charles Barkley, even though I don't think Charles Barkley's in the game, but people like that, he's going to struggle with. I really want Blake Griffin because it's pretty cool to have the idea of Blake Griffin posterizing the legends. And it's not about making the best team, it's about making the best team for me. As a YouTuber, I want this to be entertaining, but I think we're going to go with DeMarcus Cousins, just a beast down low, and 2K gives him a better defensive rating than I would normally suggest, because DeMarcus Cousins is good defensively, but I wouldn't give him that high of a defensive rating. Maybe just a flat-out B+ would be my best for D-Cuz, but hey, 2K, they're loving on him, giving him a bit of love. Can't talk right now, but alright, so, oh my goodness, John Wall is available, and I know we already used him, but the other option would probably be Damian Lillard, and I don't necessarily want to go with Lillard because his defense isn't as good, so we only really have one option for point guard, guys, and that's going to be John Wall. He just likes to be in front of the cameras, in front of our cameras. That's some loyalty right there, John, and I'm going to select you for that. So, we got an offensive threat and a defensive threat as well, pairing him up with Kawhi, with Jordan, and DeMarcus Cousins. They used to be teammates on Kentucky or whatever college team they were on, but they used to be teammates, so they're going to have some chemistry. So let's go ahead now and pick our power forward, and honestly, guys, it's going to be between Zach Randolph, Kirilenko, and David West. I know Terry Cummings is pretty good, but nobody really knows Terry Cummings, and Zach Randolph's still in the game, and David West has just won a championship with the Warriors. Kirilenko is probably the best option in my opinion because he can defend the perimeter, and he can defend pretty well down low, and he can shoot the three, but his hair is just going to get in my way all the time, and I can't live with that. So we go with David West. David West is going to be good for us, hopefully. I hope I didn't make a wrong decision there. That's just what I want to go with, and hopefully it works out. We got rebounding. That's what we need. We really need the rebounding. Now with that out of the way, we got another pick on the clock right here, and I honestly don't know who we're going to pick. Hopefully someone just stands out to us, and that's going to be... It's going to be Gordon Hayward. I know we could get Jokic and all that good stuff, but Gordon Hayward is a player I've always wanted to use for the longest time now, and now we have an option to use him, and 2K has made him look incredibly fine in this game. Like, he looks so realistic that it's crazy. It's crazy good how Gordon Hayward looks in this game. It's amazing. So we're going to go ahead and take him, and he'll be a good threat for us off the bench. We got Kawhi, we got Jordan, so he's not going to be starting, but off the bench, I think he's going to be a very, very, very good and viable option. I'm trying to rush this as quick as possible, guys. I don't want to be wasting your time, but here we go. Let's go ahead and see who we can get next. These centers are looking pretty good, but I think we got to go with a point guard. It's always good to have a capable point guard off the bench. For centers, all you really need, in my opinion, is defensive ability and rebounding. And if they don't have that, as long as they're super tall and alright defensively, they'll be okay because they're tall, they can grab the rebounds, and defensively, it's good. But we're going with Jay Lynn, Lynn's Sanity form. I think that's going to be a good option for us, and hopefully it works out well. It's always good to have a backup point guard that is capable of leading your starters as well when your starter, aka John Wall in this case, takes a break. So yeah, I'm really excited to see what goes on with Jeremy Lin teaming up with Michael Jordan. Hashtag bars. Can't wait. Can't wait. Moving on now, guys, and we're on the clock again. But, ooh, Devin Harris. People forget about Devin Harris, but I think what we're going to go with here is Tyson Chandler. He is probably one of the last good centers. He does what we need him to do. Defense and rebounding. That's all he needs, and he's actually halfway decent on the inside. So we're going to go with that, and hopefully it works out for us. He can be a viable option for us, especially when our starter rests. So yeah, DeMarcus Cousins gonna need to take a break sometime, and I think Tyson Chandler can fill in that void defensively for sure. We're back on the clock, and honestly, I don't know who to go with right now. I'm kind of confused, but we need a power forward, and why not go with the GOAT? I know there's a lot of options out there that can be better, but Brian Scalabrine, the GOAT. What's better than having one GOAT on your team? It's having Kawhi Leonard and another GOAT on your team. We're going ahead and picking Brian Scalabrine. I think this pick is a steal. And this... There's the coughing coming in. I can't laugh too much, can't talk too hard, or else I start coughing. But Brian Scalabrine going to be a steal for us in this part of the draft. I honestly think so. We upped his rating a little bit just to make him viable. But yeah, Brian Scalabrine, man. He's on our squad as a backup power forward. Oh my goodness. Let's go ahead and continue. So honestly, we need a backup shooting guard, and I hope that Jamal Crawford is available. If not, I think we'll go with Chris Middleton. But Jamal Crawford is there. Lance Stevens is there. I think we're going to go with Jamal Crawford. He's going to be a good choice for us. And he has some chemistry with Michael Jordan. Rookie season in Chicago. And he spent some time there before he got injured and released. But Jamal Crawford, man, I know that the chemistry thing won't really matter in 2K. But I want to have storylines that really just stick to this series, and I want to make this as fun as possible. And hello Siri, I did not mean to activate you. Thank you. Bye bye. But I want to make this as interesting as possible, and there are a lot of legends. I'm not really going to mention the picks that I make now, except for the fact that I'm getting Chris Middleton still, just in case we need a more defensive shooting guard. And he's also good for small forward as well, so he's going to be semi-versatile for us. So we're getting Chris Middleton because, hey, in case Jamal Crawford is not the option we need and they have a lot of firepower on their squad, Chris Middleton can sub in for that situation. I don't want to talk about the picks anymore. I want to talk about this My League. This My League right here is really crazy. There's a ton of legends, and I love that. I absolutely love that. And there's a lot of players on here that I want to study and talk about. And before every game that I play, I am dedicating this to you guys right now. I will be watching every single player's highlights from that team that we're facing. And I'll talk about them as much as possible and what I deem interesting. So that's going to be something that I'm looking forward to. Because there's a lot of people on here that even I don't know. And I know a lot of basketball. So, like, I'm excited. Ooh, Jason Tatum just went off the clock. But I'm excited for this series. I want to be as informed as possible to bring you guys the best possible series on YouTube. That is my goal. That's what I want to do. And hopefully you guys can just sit back and relax and enjoy the ride, because we're going to have a great season. One thing I do want to say, guys, is I don't think I'll be playing any of the games here in 2K. I will be watching it. I'll be acting more as GM. That's what I want to do. That's what I enjoy. We'll be using a ton of different camera angles, because when you're playing in 2K, you only want to use one camera angle. That's what you do. It's what you're comfortable with. But when you're not playing, you get to see the game from a lot of different views, and I want to bring that in and make this a more cinematic version of 2K games, because a lot of 2K games, they're all the same. They're all just the person playing in one camera angle, and that's it. And if not, they do a rebuild, but they don't do it to a degree that's really super thought out. It's just letting the game simulate everything. If I do a rebuild, guys, I want to make it unique. I want to make it worth your time, because I don't want it to be the same as everybody else. So our draft is complete, and we got our team right here. It's looking really good, really amazing right here. We got a lot of guys who aren't necessarily legends, but it's all right. Guys, one thing I do want to mention is we have players that are pretty old, and I don't know why, but the easy solution to doing that is just going into quick edit mode by pressing start, and you can just go into that and press X when you're on the age column, and it'll select everybody's age and it'll bring it down. And I messed up right here, but with that being said, I will fix that by next episode or episode 1. And right now, all I'm going to do is just show you guys the top players from every team. That's all we're going to be doing right now. Hopefully you guys enjoy. I'm going to go and leave. let you guys pause whenever you need to. I'm not going to spend too much time, but you'll be able to pause and go and check out the teams. Enjoy. I hope you guys have a good time. Thank you so much for watching. I'm hyped for the season. Let me know in the comment section below which team you think will make the NBA Finals, because I'm excited. I'm happy. I'm smiling like a little girl right now, man. Oh my goodness. I can't. I'm blushing too. Woo! Let's get out of here before this gets weirder. But thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Adios. Someone hand me that nasal spray. My goodness, I hate being sick. Shoot, I'm still recording.